Hey there, my name is Ella, and I wanted to welcome you firsthand to Be Here With Me. So, Be Here With Me is a couple of things. So, it is going to be a website, I'm working on that. It is also going to be, it's this YouTube channel. It might expand into other things over time. I haven't really thought about, whether I want to dive into Instagram and all that. But for now, Be Here With Me is um, just an invitation. So it's an invitation for you to join me and to hopefully gain some insight. There will be times where I'm hopefully going to share funny things and hopefully insightful, hopefully things that will help you. And the main thing is though, I've I've thought about doing some kind of a channel for quite frankly a long time. And so I mean, and I'm not unique. Okay, I know that there are millions of people out there, starting or actively doing YouTube channels. Okay, I know it's not special. So I have had to find a way to make it special because I do feel like I have, the thing that we all have that no one else has is our voice. No one else has my exact take on things, just like no one else has your exact take on things. And that's everything from life experiences to learning to growing and achieving and results and goals and all that kind of stuff. But it's also your beliefs and the way you feel about certain things and the way that you feel as you are walking through your life. So, Be Here With Me is an invitation for you to join me every day. And it might be just a couple minutes. It might be much longer than that. And the point is that I will post content every day unless there's some unforeseen circumstance. But and it so again, it may not be anything really long, but every single day we are growing and changing and learning and doing and being. And there are little nuggets every single day that I think that are worth sharing. So I think of things literally every day. I'm like, man, if I had that going, then this is exactly what I would share right now, regardless of how I look. Like if I haven't showered, if I haven't, fixed my hair, or if like I've just finished, working out or whatever. So I'm super sweaty and whatever. It's like I am going to push through that discomfort because I've been doing it. I've been practicing on a private channel. So I'm going to push through that comfort to go ahead and post anyway, because it's not about what I look like. It's not about, it's not about what you see on screen. It's really about the content that I'm sharing. So anyway, I just wanted to welcome you. And, I do feel like I bring some pretty specific things to the table. So I just wanted to kind of lay that out there and give you a little bit of framework. So I spent almost my entire career in corporate America. So I have a unique insight into what that's like. Um, and in case you're wondering, if you're hearing a little twang or whatever, I'm a born and raised Texan. I have lived in other states, and I just moved as part of my huge life change of 2019. I left corporate America forever. Yay! And I finally figured out what I'd like to do, at least a part of what I'd like to do. And so that is to become a yoga teacher. And so, this is another piece of the puzzle here. So I also have had a lot of judgments. I've wanted to go to yoga teacher training for years. But I have these self-judgments of like, well, what's so special about me? I mean, I'm yet another white middle-class American woman who, wants to teach yoga. It's like, great, like we have enough of those. Like I said, that's my own judgment. That's my personal self-judgment, okay? What I bring to the table is I have a lot of firsthand experience with trauma, including physical trauma, body trauma, and emotional trauma, mental trauma, and how that kind of works itself out when you are on the yoga mat, and how that, how it can manifest and how it feels. And so that might be what I kind of gravitate towards as I am studying to become a teacher. I'm staying open with that. I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be my focus, but it's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Another piece of that puzzle is that I'm autistic. And I've been diagnosed also with severe ADD. And, I've had a lifelong struggle with depression and anxiety and, complex PTSD, multiple things, right? So I feel like because of those things, I have pretty specific ways, when I am going to a yoga class, for example, there are certain things that I just need certain things to happen in order for me to feel safe. And so I feel like, and a lot of teachers, who are not autistic or they have not experienced a lot of trauma, they're not going to be aware of anything like that. They're not going to be aware, they can't be as aware of what is needed to feel safe as someone who has been there. So I feel like that's definitely going to be a piece of my puzzle and a piece of what I bring. Another thing that I bring to the table is that I don't have a typical yoga body, okay? Whatever that even means anymore. So, and that's again one of my self-judgments that I've had, okay? Because I'm not slender. I never have been, I never will be, and I'm okay with that. And I have also allowed that to limit me. I have allowed that to hold me back and to not pursue things that I have very, very deeply wanted to pursue for a long time. So I'm not doing that anymore. I am walking through it. It's like I'm afraid, but I'm doing it anyway. So I'm just looking at my little notes here, so because ADD. So the other thing that I kind of feel like I bring to the table is that I have actually been a writing coach for years. 15 years, 16 years off and on, actually more on than off. So I've coached other people, and I have a very specific niche of coaching, and that is I have helped people, especially people who are new to doing anything related to writing or journaling. I have helped people find their writing voice. Okay, and once you find your writing voice and once you really can sink into it and dig into that, then you are limitless as far as what you can do from a writing perspective and how writing and journaling can help you. So one of my favorite things to do is create and hold safe space for people to explore their emotions and to explore feelings and experiences. So I feel like that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So this is really the start for me of this next phase of my life. I left corporate America. I have no safety net. I am incredibly, incredibly grateful that I have truly amazing friends and family, and I am staying at a friend's house in Austin, Texas, and this friend is just incredibly, incredibly generous and gracious to allow me to stay here and have this time of respite. So, I'm lucky, and I know that. I haven't always been so able to look at my life to see, to be able to appreciate and be aware of what I have to be grateful for, because let's be real, I have a lot to be grateful for. I am extremely lucky and extremely cared for. I am taken care of always. I am always supported and taken care of. And that has not always been the case for reasons, many reasons, but primarily because I haven't allowed myself to be taken care of. Receiving love is so much harder than giving love. And sometimes it is the exact thing that you need to do most, is to learn how to truly receive love, whatever that looks like and whatever that means to you. And man, it's really hard. It's really hard to allow yourself to receive, to just truly allow your heart to be open and to truly let it in. That is really tough. So anyway, welcome to my channel. I have some little little truth nuggets that I'm going to be sharing just kind of here and there. And once I get my website up and running, I also look forward to sharing different articles and links and, probably memes and whatever. So basically, I just want it to be a resource for people to come and find, what they're looking for, and maybe help get some direction and some clarity. So anyway, I think I've covered all the bases. So one last thing, since this is the inception of this channel, I'll just let you know that in less than 4 weeks, I will be actually leaving town to go to my yoga teacher training. When I was searching for the teacher training I wanted to do, part of the thing is that I do have this time limit. A lot of the teacher trainings, especially in the area, but even in the country, are, they can take anywhere from 6 months to a year to complete, because it's not full time, it's part time, because the naturally it's anticipated that people will be working while attending, but that's not the case for me. I'm not working. So I actually have the opposite need. I need to get the teacher training completed as soon as possible, so that I can then start using it. And so I am actually, I still can't believe I'm doing this. This is so outside of the realm of anything that I've done before ever. So certainly it's well outside the realm of anything I've done in a very, very long time. But I am actually going to Bali to take my yoga teacher training certification course. So I'm super excited and I'm terrified. I have not been out of the country in like 10 years. So yeah, and so it's going to be completely overwhelming, I'm sure, to all of my senses. So really, right now, I'm focused on getting ready for that journey, because I'm going to be gone it's going to be a month, basically. In 1 month, I'm spending, I'll be spending like 12 to 14 hours a day with this small class of people. And, by the end of the time, we will be, hopefully all of us will be certified. So, it's a big deal. So, as I am preparing for this journey, as corny and cliche as that might sound, it's like I'm preparing for this new journey, but it's true. Okay, so whatever. Yeah. So I'm coming up against, kind of rubbing up against a lot of things that I'm like, oh, wow. I thought that I had this figured out. But you know what? I'm 44 years old, and if there's anything I've learned, it's that the older I get, the less I know. And so I, as a writing coach and just as a general teacher, I've always been a teacher. My favorite is Beginner's Mind, because there's just a humility and a wholesomeness to Beginner's Mind. Beginner's Mind is basically meaning, you're starting from scratch. And so everything is learning. All that you are doing is learning. That is everything. And there's just something so pure and honest and real about that. And it's what I've always gravitated towards. So I am in my own beginner's mind now, because I am going on this journey that I have no idea what the end point looks like. And I have, I only have vague ideas of what certain, kind of stage gates along the way are going to look like. So anyway, that's my story, or at least a very small part of it. So I hope you'll join me, and I'm really excited about this. And I hope that that you will actually get some huge benefit along the way from all of my fumbling around. So talk to you soon. Bye.